So your baby is about a year old and your pediatrician is asking how the switch to whole milk is going, or maybe your friend's asking about weaning and you're like, what the heck? I remember when my baby was around 12 months old and everyone started asking me like, how's weaning going? When are you gonna start weaning? But here's the thing, breast milk doesn't lose its magic at 12 months old. In fact, it actually has a lot of benefits and changes that make it even more beneficial. Antibodies, immune support, more nutrition. So today we're gonna be chatting about why breastfeeding past 12 months is not only okay, but actually beneficial for your toddler and you. We're gonna be talking about the nutritional value, the emotional connection, the immune support, and even long-term benefits that typically get overlooked. Whether you're still nursing, considering weaning, or just want a little bit more information, then this video is for you. I promise you're gonna feel more informed, confident, and supported by the end of this video. If you guys don't know me, my name is Jessica. I'm a mom of two. I have a almost 4-year-old daughter, and I also have an 18-month-old son that I am currently still nursing. I nursed my daughter for 2 years. She actually stopped like right around her 2nd birthday, so it was like hit. She was like, I'm 2 years old. That's a big milestone, and also I'm gonna be done breastfeeding. And I was like, what? But I was pregnant with my second at the time, and she just naturally weaned and no longer wanted it when she was offered. So she naturally weaned at 2 years old, and my son is still going strong. And believe me, I get the comments. I get lots of comments. I get people who cannot even fathom breastfeeding past the age of 1. So we're gonna dive into a lot of different reasons why it is not only okay, but very beneficial. So we've all heard how powerful breastfeeding is, right? Like, we know that breast milk is just liquid gold. It's incredible. It's amazing. It is incomprehensible how amazing our bodies are to create this substance that is exactly what our babies need, right? When they're sick, their saliva interacts with our bodies so that our bodies can create more antibodies for them. It can help fight that illness for them. And it's incredible. Breastfeeding is incredible. And like I said, it doesn't end at 12 months. Your body is still creating the perfect substance for your 12-month-old, for your 24-month-old. However long that you decide to breastfeed, your body is going to alter the composition of that breast milk to better support your baby's needs. So as your baby gets older, everything that is in that breast milk is going to change just a little bit. They're still going to be getting those healthy fats, that lactose, those antibodies, and other immune supporting properties. As they get older, that fat content actually increases because we know that toddlers need so much fat in their diet. So the breast milk actually increases to support that. Why would that be the case if we were supposed to stop at 12 months old? The nutritional support, whether you're feeding your newborn or your toddler, is still there. And I don't know about you, but my toddler started to get picky, and it was so nice in the back of my mind feeling like, oh, well, I'm still breastfeeding and she's still getting that nutritional support. Like, we're still filling in the gaps. One of the best parts of breastfeeding, in my opinion, especially extended breastfeeding, is the immune support. Like, there are just lots of things going around, and to be able to support their immune system year-round is just such a gift. Studies show that toddlers past the age of 12 months that are continuing to breastfeed have fewer ear infections, stomach bugs, and respiratory illnesses. And it's also just so comforting for your child to be able to nurse and have that emotional connection too. But when they're uncomfortable and sick and they don't want to drink water, they don't want to take in liquids, they don't want to eat food, typically they will fall back and want to nurse. And it is just such a gift to be able to give them all of that nutrition while being emotionally attached to them during a time of sickness. It is incredible. And through that time specifically, 12 months to 2 years, they're getting some pretty big bugs. They're exploring more, they're out and about more, they're gonna get sick more often, but also they're teething so much. They're getting those huge molars that hurt. And it's just such a comfort to be able to support their bodies during those times of stress. Another amazing thing about breastfeeding is the emotional security and connection. Your little child is going through so many new things, so many transitions, developmental leaps, teething, sicknesses, stressful events, travel, all of these things that breastfeeding can just be an anchor to. It's this natural form of emotional regulation that helps them feel calm and secure and connected to you. So often when I'm talking to other moms who do extended breastfeeding, they will talk about how, their child doesn't do it as often, but it's always there as an emotional opportunity to connect. Or you can tell they're not really doing it for the nutritional value anymore. Like they're not actually consuming a lot, but that emotional connection is there, or it's part of a routine for them. And those are just as valid. Those reasons are just as valid to continue to do until they feel confident enough to move on without it and they naturally wean. There are also some long-term benefits related to breastfeeding past the age of 12 months. Studies show that babies that have continued to breastfeed have lower risks for cancers, obesity, type 2 diabetes, and other chronic illnesses. But it's not just the babies. For mothers who've continued to breastfeed, they also have lower risk for ovarian cancers, uterine cancers, and breast cancers. Like, can we just take a second to what? Like, that's crazy. You're telling me that just continuing to breastfeed my child and do something that is so natural and normal, and both of us are happy about it, we're supporting our immediate health and our long-term health. Like, that is awesome. That is crazy. How cool. In addition to the long-term effects that breastfeeding has, there's also like immediate effects that we feel as moms too. We have that bonding, that calmness, that release of oxytocin that reduces stress, which stress reduction as a mom is like 10 out of 10, I recommend. So I feel like for me, it was a very easy way to navigate and continue to breastfeed because it was beneficial for me as well, beneficial for me and for my child. And if all of those reasons aren't enough and someone has an argument against every single one of them, which like, honestly, you can't even argue against them. It's incredible evidence-based research that shows how beneficial it is. But if all of that isn't enough, the World Health Organization and the American Academy of Pediatrics both recommend, at a minimum, breastfeeding for 2 years as long as it is mutually desired by both your child and parent. Like, these health organizations are even recommending it and saying that 2 years of breastfeeding, like that is the recommendation. So, I mean, it's crazy. To me, it's crazy because a lot of things in America have become taboo. And you look at other parts of the world and other countries, and like, it is very, very normal to breastfeed past the age of 1. Like, think about like, especially like countries that don't have the option for formula, or maybe they're living in poverty. Like, breast milk is free and it is incredible, and they're going to continue to do it as long as possible. So why not us? Like, why not continue to support our kids as long as possible, as long as they want, as long as their bodies are craving it and wanting it and needing it? Like, let them. We trust them in so many things to be an intuitive eater. This is their intuition. They will lead the way and tell us when they're done. I also, like, this is totally random, but I remember I love dairy. Don't get me wrong. Like, I eat cheese, I drink milk, I love it. But I remember seeing like some post that was like, why are our pediatricians, why are our professionals telling us to start drinking another animal's milk when we have it? Like, we have the ability, if you are currently breastfeeding, you have the ability to feed your child. Like, why is it all of a sudden like, okay, they're 12 months old, let's stop giving them what our bodies produce for them and start giving them another animal's milk? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Also, I don't really have any evidence-based research on this topic, but I have heard from so many moms who have gone through the weaning process, and it's a hard thing, right? Like, weaning your child from milk, and like, when they naturally do it, it's beautiful, it's wonderful. They start to refuse feedings, they start to lessen them, they naturally get to the point where they're just no longer eating from you. But when you're forcing weaning, when you are going through the weaning process, it's a battle and it's hard, and your baby's going to be unhappy and you're going to be stressed, or I guess your toddler's going to be unhappy, or your baby. It's hard to do. It doesn't feel natural and it doesn't feel good. I know there's necessary reasons to do it, but it doesn't feel good and it's hard. And that alone like kind of puts a red flag. Like, why do it if it's hard? It doesn't make sense. Like, as a mom, everything is so natural, you know? Like, why would both of our bodies be wanting to continue to do this? Like, our bodies are continuing to produce milk. We're continuing to get these endorphins that make us feel good during it. Our babies' bodies are still demanding it, whether it's for the nutritional value or the connection or the immune support. Like, they still want to breastfeed. So why, because of society telling us like, well, 12 months is that cutoff, like you should be done, all of a sudden we just have to like sever the tie, like we're just done there? It doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense. Hopefully, if you're on the fence about it and you're feeling like you have to, or you were feeling pressured, or you weren't sure if you were supposed to stop, I really hope that you can take away from this video that it is not only natural and normal and wonderful, but it's recommended by the experts. It is proven by science to be very beneficial past the age of 12 months. So put that in the back pocket and pull it out whenever you get a hater that comes at you, because unfortunately you will. I guess like here living in America, I get weird looks. I get so many comments. I get people who are so against it and think it's so weird. And to me, it's just like, I don't understand how it could possibly be weird. There's like so much research and so much beneficial reasons why to keep doing it, let alone it's like the most natural thing in the world. Okay, I thought it would be fun to like throw this in there. Some mean comments or questioning comments that I've gotten over the years on social media, because I've gotten them all. So if you need a good rebuttal, here we go. First and foremost, your baby does not need to breastfeed past the age of 12 months. Actually, breast milk doesn't just suddenly lose its magic. It actually adapts and becomes just as nutritionally beneficial and immune supportive past the age of 1. That's weird. They're just too old for that. Here in America, a lot of people do think it's weird to breastfeed past the age of 12 months, which is crazy because all over the world, people are breastfeeding up until the age of 2 and 3 on a normal basis. In addition to that, both the American Academy of Pediatrics and the World Health Organization recommends breastfeeding till the age of 2. If they can ask for it or walk or have teeth, then it's just weird. That's a you problem. It's not I don't even know, guys. It's a you problem. It's a them problem. Just ignore them. Oh my God, at that point, I just feel like you are the weird one. Like, whatever. Sure, I'm a loony, but at least my kid's gonna grow up with a great immune system, be emotionally connected and stable, killing it. Whatever. I guess we're weird. They should be on regular food by now. All right, I hear you, but breastfeeding is not replacing meals. It's supplementing. It's kind of filling in the gaps when your toddler did skip dinner, or your toddler's fighting a sickness, or maybe they hate eating protein. I got the magic. A big question I get is, when are you going to stop? It's not up to me. I mean, at any point, I could make the decision. I have the power. I am the adult. But my toddler, my child, is going to tell me. She has that intuition, or he has that intuition. And they will naturally wean themselves when they're ready. That's just gross. It's not natural. It's actually the most natural thing. It's what our bodies have been designed to do. It's what we've been doing for generations, for all of humanity. And if we did not have this ability, we wouldn't be here. Plain and simple. Breastfeeding has been around a lot longer than formula and other supplementations. Breastfeeding is why we're here. No, I don't know. I have thick skin. I think that's funny. But if you need the reminder, you do not owe anyone an explanation. You don't have to give them an answer for when you're going to stop. You don't have to tell them why you're breastfeeding or how often you're breastfeeding. You can trust your gut. You're a great mom and you're doing awesome. If you feel like this video helped you feel a little bit more confident, please let me know in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up and make sure to follow along. I talk about all things motherhood in my little crunchy world, and I love sharing it with you guys, and I love that you guys are a part of here. And if you are a breastfeeding mom and you want to breastfeed past 12 months, you go girl, keep doing it. I am here to support you. I love you for it. I think you're amazing and you're doing an awesome job. Trust your gut. Trust your gut. I'll see you guys next time.